Okay, so we have our pivot table kind of set up here, and now we are ready to start populating it. Um, so what we need right here is we want our rows to be the days of the week. So the first thing that I'm going to go over here is I'm going to go to rows and I'm going to click add. And what I see that pops up here is all of my column names. That's great. So now I go to day of the week and I can choose if I want it to be ascending, which is lowest to highest, that's like A to Z, or if I want it to be descending, which is greatest to lowest, which is like Z to A. Now, I have the option, and we'll talk about this issue in a minute, to display grand totals if I want. That's here with the show totals. For right now, I don't think I need it, but you could if you will want to. Now, you might notice the obvious problem that every single day of the week appears multiple times, and we don't want that, but we'll fix that very soon. But instead, we don't want any other columns. We just want the days of the week, and then we want to know the value, right? How many times did people take trips on that day of the week? So we're going to go over here to values, and again, it gives us the names of our column titles, and I again go to day of the week, and then I need to choose. You see, it gives me all these different possible formulas that I might want to use. And I'm going to choose a count A, which you know from previous videos counts when we have strings, when we have words. And so now what I can see right here, and now I'm going to move myself to the top so that we can see both sides over here, is I have all of these days. And now what's populated here is on each of these days, how many times somebody wrote. Now, I'm not exactly sure why it is that it shows it so many times, but no big deal because Google Sheets has an answer for that. I'm going to go to Sunday. I'm going to click just on Sunday or whichever one is on top for you. I'm going to right click and I'm going to see here right in the middle is an option to create a pivot date group, right? I'm going to be able to group together all of the same days of the week. And what I'm choosing right here is day of the week. And now I have to wait for it and look at that magic, okay? What I have here is I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and each one has a number next to it of how many trips were made on that day of the week. Now, if my question is that I'm asking which day of the week was most popular, then I don't want it sorted Sunday through Saturday. I want it sorted according to the count. And so what I can do over here is I can go to my order, and instead of sorting it by day of the week, I could sort it by count. The only thing you will notice is those date groups will pop back away. No big deal. I go back here, I create my pivot date group, I go to my day of the week, and boom, it's done. Now I could see in a second when it loads that Tuesday is my most popular day. Sunday is my least popular day. Now, in terms of the critical thinking that we're trying to use from this data, we can make some interesting hypotheses about the data just by looking at this. And I'll just give you one example. The main example that shoots out at me is that I noticed that Saturday and Sunday are the least popular days to ride a bike. So if I had maybe thought that people are using city bikes for leisure, what I can learn from this perhaps is that it seems like they're actually using it on work days more. So that leads me to be able to make all sorts of hypotheses about why it might be that people are using their bikes more on days of the week, on work days, than they are using the bike on weekends. And that's something really interesting to think about. That's what I want you to think about as you wait for the next video where we will add a second pivot table. So exciting.